Hi, DramaFest. I'd love for you to give a big warm welcome to Marcus Wong, who's the administrative assistant and resident awesome guy at Theatre Nova Scotia. Marcus has been working incredibly hard to coordinate the 10-minute playwriting contest for the past few months, and I'm going to turn it over to him to talk more about the pieces. So take it away, Marcus.
Thank you, Chelsea. So hi, everyone. My name is Marcus. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the administrative assistant at TNS. So for this year's DramaFest High School 10-minute playwriting contest, we start by sending out the invitations and reminders to schools and drama teachers across the province during the second half of the school year. And out of all the submitted plays, 3 will be selected. And with the selected students, we will receive dramaturgical notes and a feedback session, collaborating with the director dramaturg, after which they will submit a second draft for the performance. So these talented students are also invited to watch the professional rehearsals of their own plays and also receive a playwright's fee as part of their win. So I can't wait to introduce the 3 plays that we have for you today. So today we have Savannah Borden starting off with Savannah Borden's Yours Truly. It is a coming-of-age story, one full of romance, and is set on graduation morning of the class of 1978. The second play we have is from Wyatt McCarthy. It's called The Trial of Micah Condit. A police officer is in court for what is believed to be a wrongful killing. The lawyer faces off with the victim's brother. The third play that we have is Kaleb Williams at What Cost? Gabe Daniels has been struggling with untreated schizophrenia for 11 years, and they finally got medication to help them. At the same time, a good hallucination of theirs named Enzo is trying to convince him to take the meds. So for this year's 10-minute plays, the director dramaturg for this year is Vingoe Cram, and we're joined by 3 amazing actors, Micah Cromwell, Jacob Sampson, and Mosey. So I really hope that we do have a great year.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for all of your hard work on this, Marcus, and I can't wait to see them. Yeah, I guess take it away, folks.
Hello, welcome to the DramaFest High School 10-minute playwriting contest. My name is Vingoe Cram, and I was the dramaturg and director for this process, and I've had so much fun doing it. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which Mi'kmaq, Wolastoqiyik, Maliseet peoples first signed with the British Crown in 1725. The treaties did not deal with the surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognized Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik Maliseet title and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We recognize the heritage of this land and its people to express gratitude to those who reside here, and to honor the Indigenous people who have lived and worked on this land historically and presently. This first play is called Yours Truly, and it is by Savannah Borden.
Hey, Jude.
Morning. Sleep well?
Yeah, definitely better than you. Why didn't you wake me?
Just thought you needed sleep. Show up at my place with your cap and gown for today, and I knew I had to invite you in. Seemed like you had a rough night.
Well, you're right. I did. Would have flipped my lid if I didn't get out of that house.
Well, Marley, you coming to me with black makeup stains and runny eyes.
And I appreciate the face cloth in the bathroom sink, by the way.
Why were you upset? Did they do something again? The date we're graduating? Dude, you gotta be kidding me.
No, it was just the arguing. I was trying out makeup for today and I couldn't focus on it because I just left. And I started thinking about my mom still being there.
Did he do something? To her or you?
No, not last night. He was drunk, that's all. And He just didn't know what he was saying. I have something for you, by the way. Not much, but something to remember how I looked in my youthful days, my prime.
Don't know how I could ever forget you.
I've been planning to give you one since Mom took it with me last week. You know, she did my hair. She said it'd make me look like Farrah Fawcett.
No, your mom's right. It's just the hair, though. You have prettier features than Farrah Fawcett.
No, I do not.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry, it's just a small Polaroid of me. I could have been more meaningful, like the flower pot you made for me, which has peonies in it now, by the way.
Of course it has peonies in it. I think that's the only thing in your garden now.
Oh, it definitely is. Plants hate me, but I always love my peonies.
Anyway, you better wise up, Janet Weiss, because it's not the only gift you're getting before we start our lives and ditch the hell out of school for good.
Ozzy, you are quoting Rocky Horror now. Janet Weiss, I've really changed you.
More ways than you think.
Jude.
Want a cancer stick? They were for you anyway. It'll probably be my last for a while. I gotta buy new ceramic tools for the shop.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
There you
go. We've got to talk, Jude.
But what? Oh, is it the brand? Should have got something less expensive, but...
I want to go away for school.
Okay.
I was accepted to a theater school in Toronto. They want me there by the end of the summer.
Okay.
And I also want you to come with me.
You know I can't do that.
No, I've been planning to get a place off school grounds, and we could both have jobs, and we put our money together, and I've been working gigs since sophomore year. And besides, those Bowie records I couldn't pass up, even when we went to the record shop. No, all those savings are still in a jar.
Marley.
No, I've been putting off asking you for so long. You know, I know it's a lot to take in, and I didn't want to ruin our time together. With Dad being at the bar nonstop, Mom's the only one that I've told, and I wanted to tell you before anything was final.
Marley.
No, let's run away, Jude. Let's leave this town. You know, burn it to the ground and salt the earth behind us. And then we'll have a clean slate, just the two of us.
Marley, get a grip. You know I can't go anywhere but here. I have a good plan after school. Running the shop with my dad isn't a bad future. You can't just spring this upon me and expect me to follow. I don't even know what a girl like me would do in Toronto.
What do you mean, a girl like you?
You know exactly what I mean.
It shouldn't matter the color of your skin, Judith. You know, things are changing in the city. It's so much more accepting, and your skin is beautiful. Black is beautiful.
I know you mean well, but you also know the shit I faced sitting in a classroom and being talked down to like an object, like I'm the help. What could be better in the city? Me walking in blindly, not knowing anyone except you? I'll be eaten alive.
That's not it, Jude. Why can't you see that?
Marley, you know what they'll think of me.
So what then? We graduate and we leave each other behind. We sign each other's yearbooks. Yours truly. You gotta be kidding me.
You wouldn't be leaving me behind. I'd be choosing to stay.
So you're choosing to stay in this small town that's done you wrong for years? Why won't you take this chance with me?
millions of chances with you, Lee.
Then why not this one?
Marley, I got a plan going here. I want to get my diploma, start working full-time at the shop, and then I'll be able to run it myself. I know you want to leave. I get you need to go somewhere else to succeed at what you love, but I have everything I need right here. I can't put my worth and income on the line like this. I want you to have your best chance at going for what you love.
But I love you.
I know, I love you too, but and now you know why I can't go with you.
No. Jude, I love you. I love you so much that I've waited, savoring every single good moment with you before I knew it would come to this. I've loved you since you insisted on dressing up as Bowie's Aladdin sane cover with that stupid lightning bolt across your face. You're saying you're trying to give me my best chance, but my best chance is with you beside me, even if that is not what others think.
You love me?
Yes! God, I have been waiting to say it for like so long. Ever since you told me you liked girls last year when we were in the shop cleaning up after I got clay everywhere. I've never loved you on accident, Jude. It's always been you.
I love you too, Marley. I love you more than words can say.
Then come with me.
I'd be leaving too much behind. Opportunities might be there for you in the city, but it's right here for me.
Then you tell me to stay.
No, I can't do that.
Why not? Just tell me to stay with you. I'll work it piece by piece and make thousands of flower pots, and I'll eventually fill them with plants that hate me.
Marley, we both know you can't do that. You want to live a life with no regrets. You told me that the first time we went roller skating and right before you broke your arm by letting go of my hand too soon. I'm not going to hold you back from doing what you love. I'll always be in your wing, just not holding your hand.
If it wasn't for my mom and you, I would have booked it out of this town before we made it to 8th grade. And maybe that would have been better. Leaving before I got a chance to know you. You know, us not being able to love each other might have made it easier to say goodbye. Or just not at all.
It would have been a mess.
Yeah. Still loving men.
What did I say? You changed me in more ways than one.
There's nothing I can do to change your mind.
Nope. Except for you promising to visit during holidays. And every 2 days, you have to either write or phone me. No exceptions.
I'm not saying goodbye.
You don't have to. Just because I won't be there doesn't mean I'm not in your corner.
I can't have you forgetting about me.
God. The stars will go out before I forget you.
And if I hate it, I am marching right back, and I am going to make grody ceramic pots, and you are going to have to accept that.
You'll love it there, Marley. You'll find your footing and settle in quickly. It's gonna be hard not seeing my face every day, but I'll pick up every phone call and write back to every letter.
Yes, you will.
Only if you refer to me as Goddess Divine after you write dear. And then soon enough, I'll have to get a ticket to one of your shows and come down. It'll be easy to spot your girlfriend in the audience when she has a whole bouquet of flowers.
Girlfriend?
I'm sorry, do you want to be going around with me? I understand.
Yes, sure, Judith. I would love to see my girlfriend in the audience with a whole bouquet of flowers.
I can't wait to see you up on that stage, Marley. But until then, I gotta see you on another one. We have to go get ready. You coming?
Best believe it.
Our second piece is called The Trial of Michael Condit by Wyatt McCarthy.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Deshawn Brooks to the stand.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your first and last name.
Deshawn Brooks.
You may be seated.
Deshawn, how do you know Trey Brooks?
He was my brother.
And what were you doing the afternoon of February 21st, Mr. Brooks?
I was picking up groceries and running errands.
Did you see your brother Trey at all that day?
No, I hadn't seen him since a few days prior. We were watching football at the house.
So you are unaware if Trey was under the influence of any narcotics or alcohol?
Trey doesn't do that stuff. He has a wife and 2 young kids.
Mr. Brooks, it is my understanding that Trey has a criminal history. Well, state records say he was convicted for third-degree grand theft, and you were still living with Trey at this time?
Yes, I was living with him then. We were 14 around that time.
It also states that he served 16 months in juvenile detention and 6 months probation. Does that sound correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
What was life like at home around this time?
I don't see how that's relevant to the case, Your Honor.
Please answer the question, Mr. Brooks.
We were in the foster system until we were both 7, and then an old married couple adopted us.
Were you or Trey ever punished as children, Mr. Brooks?
Yes,
Were you or Trey ever physically punished as children, Mr. Brooks?
yes.
What kinds of punishments did your brother Trey receive?
Our dad would put us in that dark storage closet under the stairs and lock the door as a timeout.
How did that affect your brother Trey, Mr. Brooks?
I don't know. It probably scared the shit out of him.
Do you or your brother have a good relationship with your birth parents?
No,
Do you or your brother have a good relationship with your adoptive parents?
no.
Would you agree that this trauma as a child could have led to a criminal history, Mr. Brooks?
No, and this criminal history you keep bringing up is just something stupid we did as young teenagers. Trey was a grown adult with a family. He's the most polite man I've ever met, and you treat him like a criminal. This is utterly ridiculous.
I'm just stating the facts, Mr. Brooks. The footage collected from Officer Bennett's body camera and dash cam shows Officer Bennett initiate a traffic stop on a black 09 Chevy Impala. Officer Bennett noticed the criminal history on Trey and became alerted. The officer then approached the vehicle after some time, passed immediate notices, and noticed that Trey Brooks was acting anxious and frantically breathing. Trey Brooks, when asked for license and registration, chose not to answer questions from Officer Bennett. Officer Bennett stated this also made him become nervous for his own safety, as he had a suspicion that Mr. Brooks may have been under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs. Well, Officer Bennett then asks Trey to step out of the vehicle and refuses. Officer Bennett then forcefully removes Trey from the vehicle, and in turn, Trey begins to pull away. Body cam footage shows Trey reaching behind him, trying to grab something from between the driver's and passenger's seat. The footage then shows Trey emerging, his hand from behind him, holding a dark rectangular object, assumed to be the handle of a weapon. Officer Bennett then begins to reach for his own weapon while ordering Trey to show your hands and freeze. Trey did not listen, and Officer Bennett fired 7 shots, 5 of which hit the body of Trey.
Trey never had a gun.
Mr. Brooks, the footage shows the weapon in his right hand.
That was his damn cell phone.
Mr. Brooks, the officer felt that...
Felt what? That felt an innocent black man was gonna snap? Some things we did as kids back in 2012 made that cop think my brother was some sort of thug?
Well, Mr. Brooks, I can't imagine your brother didn't have some built-up frustrations following the trauma he went through as a child.
And I find myself telling you again that he had a family. He was an adult. He had no frustrations. All he had was a cell phone, and you shot him over it.
Mr. Brooks, the officer believed it was a weapon.
Called me.
Right. The voicemail.
He called me around the time when he got pulled over. But I must have been away from the phone and I must have missed the call. He left me a voicemail so I could hear everything. He didn't have a gun. When that cop shot at him, Trey let out the most horrifying scream I've ever heard.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, do you have the voicemail still?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could you please play the voicemail for the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Deshaun takes his phone out and plays the voicemail into the stand microphone. Towards the end, you can overhear Trey shouting, "It's my phone," and the same horrifying screaming that Deshaun described earlier in the questioning.
Your Honor, I feel the need to again state that Trey Brooks made the officer feel like he was in danger, and that the object in his hand could have easily been mistaken as a weapon.
He doesn't even have a damn gun permit.
Mr. Brooks, a criminal record.
He's not a criminal!
Mr. Brooks, I don't want to tell you again to be quiet.
You call him a criminal again. I'll come right over this stand and make sure you never do it again.
Order in the court! Deshaun Brooks, I will not hesitate to put you in contempt of court. Sit down and be quiet. Calm down, Mr. Brooks. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Please do not read, watch, listen, or conversate about the case during the break. Thank you. You are dismissed.
The next script that we are going to perform for you is At What Cost by Kaleb Williams.
Man, why does the test have to be tomorrow?
Are you seriously that stupid? The math test is easy. I don't get why you are such a pathetic idiot.
Wow, thanks for the TED Talk. Always here when I need motivation.
I wouldn't be here if you weren't a coward and just killed yourself.
Man, knock it off for once. Jeez. Can't go a day without you saying some bullshit to piss me off.
As a kid who's been drawing for a while, I thought you wouldn't be shit at it. Man, why are you such a failure, Gabe?
Seems like no matter what you do, at the end of the day, you're just another weird, gross, creepy, pathetic loser.
I'm home, honey, I'm home.
Hey, Enzo. How you been?
Well, by the looks of it, a heck of a lot better than you lately. No. Well, dang, I'm assuming school has been stressing you out?
Yep. Got a math test tomorrow. Every time I try to study, it seems like the information just slips out of my brain 5 minutes later.
Yeah, school can be hard like that. But I know you figured something out. Were the voices getting you today?
Yeah. They were pretty aggressive today. They tried to tell me to, unalive myself, but thankfully you appeared in time.
Well, thank God. Geez, if me and them were ever in the room for real, I would have knocked them out with these guns.
Bro, why are you like this?
Well, either because I'm a natural or I was created during your Robin Williams phase.
You and Robin aren't even alike.
Gabe, my last name is literally Doubtfire from that one movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Listen, Enzo. Even though my mental illness is quite bad, I'm glad you appeared to help me through the years.
Well, that's my job. Okay, so are you going to tell me what's in your hand or?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Today is the day that I get my antipsychotic medication. And to be honest, this is kind of bad.
This is great news. Thank God you finally got it. Otherwise, I would annoy you for even longer.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take it.
Say what now?
I don't think I'm gonna take the pills.
Look, maybe. I know I'm not great at advice, but it would be probably better if you took the pills.
I understand that, but what if it's the schizophrenia that really makes me unique? I mean, I feel that the schizophrenia sort of helps me have better experiences dealing with negativity and helps me be more creative.
Gabe, I'm going to stop you there. Helps you deal with the negativity? We all know that the voices do nothing but make you feel stressed out and sad every time they appear. But Gabe, look, I know this moment might be hard for you, but you need to start taking the pills.
I just don't want to.
You have to.
I don't want to, Enzo.
Gabe, you have to.
Enzo!
Why, Gabe? What's the real reason?
I just can't lose a friend like you, Enzo. You've been by my side since I was little, and you treat me better than anyone I've met.
I get it. I understand why you would be upset, but I'm just a coping mechanism. A hallucination created by you so the voices would leave you alone. You have a chance to battle mental illness, and those pills are going to help. All right, let's do this instead. Give me the pros and cons.
What?
The pros and cons. The good things and the bad things. How do I know about this and you don't?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Anyways, let's move forward. First, tell me the pros of you not taking your pills.
Well, I get to talk to you, and it always makes my day.
Okay, stop. You're making me blush. Is that all?
I feel more creative and can draw better.
Okay. I see. And I assume that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Tell me the cons.
Well, the voices, obviously,
Mhm.
paranoia,
Yes.
mental breakdowns, and
Oh,
well, that's a lot.
you don't say.
I know you're part of my hallucinations, but if I do start taking it, will you miss me?
I don't know. Oh, no, no. I only feel conscious when I'm appear around you. So, yeah. Look, if I'm still in your head in a way, but can't talk to you, then look, I would definitely miss talking to you.
Well, the thought of that doesn't really convince me to take the pills.
True. But I would sort of be happy that you will live a pretty decent life with those voices in your ears constantly gone. So I wouldn't really be sad.
You really think this will help me get rid of my schizophrenia?
Oh, whoa, whoa. I wouldn't say get rid, but it's definitely going to improve your mental state by so much.
Well, even though my brain is still hesitating about this, I trust you, Enzo. So, fine. I'll take them.
Good. I'm glad you finally came to it because I almost ran out of ways to convince you.
Well, there it is.
You made a good decision, Gabe. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Enzo. It's gonna suck not seeing you around.
Don't worry. We'll probably still interact, just not as much.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Besides, if you didn't take the meds, and the voices would probably get louder and aggressive to the point where I may not be able to help them go away.
To be honest, you should have told me that before because I would have been way more convinced if you just say that.
Well, man, I'm a hallucination, not a convincing therapist.
Fair enough. Hey, do you remember the first time you appeared?
Yep. You were 7. Had a bad day at school, and the voices were teasing you. And then I appeared in my purple tuxedo, and man, you were scared.
Oh, could you blame me? It's not every day you see a tall person just hovering around out of nowhere.
Yeah, true, but at least you liked my tuxedo.
What can I say? I like purple.
Well, duh, it's the best color.
Well, obviously. Enzo, I'm just gonna ask, do you ever talk to the voices? Like do you have like a weekly meeting in my head or something?
Nah, what's weird is I can't talk to them or have a conversation with them because A, they don't listen to anybody, and B, they're mostly vanished as soon as I appear. So to answer your question, no, we don't have weekly meetings.
All right, I see. Man, if I could actually see them, they would definitely look like slobs.
Oh yeah, for sure. They would have no sense of style whatsoever.
True. They'd appear in like a musty tank top with like sweat stains.
Yes, and an old
Leather jacket. Man, I would have turned the tables and started harassing them if they appeared like that.
Love that. OMG, don't you have a math test tomorrow? You should be studying right now.
Honestly, I think I've studied enough yesterday, so I think I'm good. What do you mean?
Well, you said that about your English test, and then you got a 20 out of 50 the next day. So,
Yeah, but it's math, and I'm way better at math than anything else.
well, you know what? You got that right. All of a sudden, you're like an Alfred Einstein when it comes to the numbers and all that mumbo jumbo.
I'm just gifted like that.
Yeah. To be honest, you're a bit of a strange kid. In a good way, though. The way you think and view life, it's so unique and...
No.
Wow.
Your hand is vanishing.
Would you look at that? Well, seems like the meds have finally kicked in. You good, Gabe?
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought I was ready to see this. That's all.
Well, you're taking it better than I expected, so that's something.
Same, to be honest. It's hard seeing someone go and knowing that things won't be the same.
You know, sometimes you got to sacrifice a good thing as life goes on. So what now?
I think I'm gonna take a nap.
Seems like it's time. Proud of you, Gabe. It might suck right now, but this is a good step forward to having a good life and a good mental state.
Right, Enzo. Will you come back if the voices still harass me?
Definitely, Gabe. But for now, bye, my friend.
Bye, Enzo.